much for this privilege that I've been given, the platform to share something. Don't mind my voice. We had an overnight, so we were praying the whole night. And from the overnight, we had to go for work tired. But we'll make sure that we educate one another here, and you understand. I acknowledge the presence or the absence of the leaders. Some of them were not here. We salute to them. We honor them. And all the leaders that are here, it's a miracle. And those ones that are still here. Alright? My full names are Humphrey Charles Mwadi Jr. People call me Saurako. So I love it that way, Saurako. Pastoring a church at Jesus Sunday. I'm sure some of you have been to our church before. I'm author of 3 books. This is my first book. The second book is called The Things I Learned Never to Do. The third book that I'm working on is called The Process. All these 2 copies of the books, we'll see them next year. Okay? Not married, single. Pursuing a degree in biblical studies. I will be done next month, graduating in December. Alright? Okay. Today we are having a very powerful topic. Don't mind me, I enjoy writing. What concerns? I apologize for what concerns men, or even what concerns a man. I think we just put this way. What concerns a man? Okay. How many minutes do I have? You have 30 minutes. 30 minutes, okay. Good, thank you. The teaching that was done by the brother was good. We've learned 1 or 2 things. And we're also believing that one day we'll go there. How many are Christians here? You're saying a Christian? Who is a Muslim? Okay, good. So I'm in the right place then. Okay. So what concerns a man? My target here is man. We are all men here. But this subject or this topic is actually talking to you as an individual, a man. Concerns relating to about something that brings about anxiety or something that would open your eyes to see the importance of why you are there. What concerns a man? Our objectives for today, we only have 1, 2, 3. Of course, we talk about to understand the term or the word man. Somebody needs to know this. The term. Number 2, to understand the attributes that makes up man. And we'll talk about 10 attributes. What makes up a man? Okay. And the third one to come in my mind because I brainstorm them. Okay. To understand the term man or the word man, and I've always been encouraging us to say whenever we come here, you come with a pen and a paper. You take notes. Okay? If you don't take notes, you'll never be noticed. So if you want to be noticed in life, you must learn to take pen and paper. You write down. Because at some point it will be you teaching some men out there. You want them to grow in a certain way. Okay? So you write. You end up understanding well. Okay? To understand the term man or the word man, Oxford Dictionary and also Merriam Dictionary, they'll tell you that man is a male adult. A male adult. Human being. That's from the dictionary. But this conference, we appreciate and we thank God because we are not just sticking to this dictionary written by man, but we'll have to define man using the attributes, not the dictionary. Why? Because what you have to understand this conference is that they're what you call boys. Or a boy and a man. Then also a real man. To understand who a real man is. Because we've got boys, we've got men, and then among the men, we have real men. So it's not every man is a real man. And it's not every boy becomes a man. A boy and a man, there's a difference. Boys are driven by this, what is in the pant. Men are driven by what is in the mind. Man uses his mind. Boy uses what is in the pant. Yeah. Yeah. No wonder this boy that you are seeing, nyele zimcontrol. Nakauka kafuna achape kunyele. But this one, before doing that, he understands about sex, the consequences. When I do that, what happens? Why doing it? So they're using the dianoia. The Greek word for mind is called dianoia. It's a center of creativity. It's a center where you make decisions, proper decisions. A real man is driven by an accurate mind. Most boys who live life with a double mind. Double mind. James chapter 1 verse 8, it says, a person who operates with double mind, his decisions are unstable. They will never last. Most of the times, boys, after breaking up with Jen, you find them rushing and then will invade themselves into another relationship with another person. But a man will think and say, what led us to the breakup? Who was wrong? Was it me or her? So I should not repeat the mistakes. Boys will just start to date this one and that one. And more times, boys would even date more than one person. They would date 2, 3, 4, 5. Not a real man. A real man does not want to waste another person's time. They value other people's time. To understand the attributes that completes or makes up a man. Because it's our concern, we must be concerned as men. But sometimes you might think you're a man. And others might think they are real men. So we might frustrate somebody here, by the end of the day, this is education you will learn. Okay. The attitude. Do we have something that we can be using to raise here? Okay. So that's the dictionary. It's a male adult human being. Now, there are what you call 10 attributes. 10 attributes that completes a man. This man I'm talking about is a real man. Genesis chapter number 1, verse 26. Genesis also chapter 2, verse number 15. and also verse 23. I'm a theologian, so when I come here, I'm sure you've noticed I give scriptures. I'll give you a scripture. And I've asked how many Christians are here. Do we have Hindus as well? So we can use wisdom. We thank God we are one team. Okay. So Genesis chapter 1:26. This book was written by Moses. This was not the first book in the Bible. Job is the oldest book compared to Genesis. But don't worry about that. My interest is 26. Let us now create man. So the author there is talking about man. He's not saying let us now create boys. The author is so clear there. He wants you, the reader, the one who is reading there, to get something there. Let us now create man in our own image. Those words were uttered by God. After creating everything that you could see, that you are seeing today, He's now saying this time you must now introduce a different being. And this must be a man. Okay. Attributes. Genesis chapter 2 verse 15. After creating man, we are seeing again there. I wonder I'll explain the difference between chapter 1 and chapter 2, what they were trying to talk about here. But here I'm trying to make somebody understand. Chapter 2:15 is saying the same man that was created by God is now putting him in the garden. Attributes are taken from chapter 1:26 and also chapter 2:15 and 23. We're talking about attributes. What makes this to be a man? To specify a real man, number one is the presence of God. Man was created. Genesis chapter 2:15. He was created by God, and God had to put him in the garden. If you try to do a research looking for Eden, you don't find it. Eden means spot. Something that is attractive. Eden was in the presence of God. When man sinned, he was pushed away from Eden. And God had to put this word by the entrance of the garden. So what makes up a man is the presence of God. When man was created, God said, I'm putting you in the garden. I'm putting you in my presence. A real man is somebody that acknowledges God. The person was one who created you. On this point, we're talking about somebody who's born again. Somebody who's born again. Somebody who believes in God. Because there's no you can just be living without acknowledging the one who created you. A real man is in love with the presence of God. I'm not saying you must be a pastor, you must be a prophet, you must be a worshipper. You can be somebody who is multi-talented but still acknowledges that God is there. Then you're a real man. Number two, a vision. What makes up a real man is a vision. A real man is a man with a vision. God created him and he had to put him in the garden, and he's telling man, you must keep the garden. You must keep it. You must guide it. A real man has got a vision. Boys don't have visions. A vision is a picture. How you want to see things to be or to manifest. Under this vision, we're talking about a dream as well. A real man has got a dream he wants to become. Real men do not exist for their own benefit. They exist to benefit others as well. A lifting for a real man is a lifting for another man. So there must be a picture. Without a vision, people perish. You see, do not go to bed because you are tired or because you want to sleep. Go to bed because you are working during the day, building on your vision. Now you need ideas from God. So you are going to rest so that you can acquire ideas from him. Then do not wake up because you are sleeping. You are waking up because you left the vision on the table, which is waiting for you to build it. So a real man does not just sleep. He wants to acquire ideas from the master. I should keep on building the vision or the dream. This person you are seeing is not difficult to handle. She came from your womb, the rib of the man. She's attached to you. But if you don't have this, she will not be with you. She will leave you. A real woman is attached to a real man. So she's looking for somebody with a picture. Somebody who is saying, I'm going somewhere. I'm taking you this side. Somebody, when they sit down, they're talking, they're having some lunch. This man is able to convince her to say, this is where I'm taking you 5 years from now, 2 years from now, 10 years from now. Only girls will accept boys. But a real man, that one, a vision. When we sit you down here, you must be able to convince us. This is the person you want to become. And this is where you're going. Then you are a real man. You are a real man. Authority or dominion. A real man has got authority. Genesis chapter 1:26. And let them have dominion. Let them have this power, this office to rule. It has been the purpose of God to see man reigning over man. It has been the purpose of God to reign over man through man. He wants to rule, but he must use man. No wonder the deal of the covenant here was not between God and the woman. It was between God and man. So he gave him authority. That's the office, what we are putting you into. And we are giving you power, the ability to do it, to function as man. Osangara mamuna upepuka. There are men that I've seen in life who are controlled by women. No authority needed. I was in a break with power because madam mwenzakamba TI tingeko babiri kunyumba. Ujasima muna wazona. Mamuna takonti wana family, imu control throughout. I'm come by John sanga be business that Mama Kisana can be. You are not a real man. But you are a man who is claiming to be a real man. You have authority. When you are attached to her, you must rule this person in a godly way. She must know that I've got somebody with a high authority. Nanga tuangalo pepo kayo pariwe. Asaku menya. Ndewa jamuna menya ya kuliba. No authority, there's no office to reign as a man. God is saying, let them have dominion over the fish, the birds, the air, the land, over anything that walks or creepeth on the earth. Anything, including the woman. There's no way you can be controlled by that one. You can get ideas from her, but she should not have control or authority over your life. You must have authority as a real man. I'll make you understand even more. Responsibility. Responsibility. On this one, we're saying you must be responsible. A real man is responsible. God had to create everything in Garden. And then now he created man to be responsible in the garden. So it was now the duty of Adam to look at the cheetah and say, it shall be called cheetah. Look at the banana tree, apples, mangoes. No wonder he's saying, this at last shall be called a woman. man was responsible. Taking good care of the garden. The garden we're talking about can be your house. When I'm going to got 17, in fact 15. Fungambo says, Mamon. A person got to constitute savings. I'm talking about Munyumba. After I see what Precom John Mukuru, Mamuna. There's no way we can get our face or go on. I was talking about go. You want our face to go. Grill door open. Get it open. You can go and show you die before you die. Kugona kwambona kugona zimamun. You're not a man. A real man is responsible. I should be the last one to go to bed. I should be the last one. Vogogro vaunga, mama bin votaya, namsunga imba yanya parot pa nyumba pa. It's your responsibility. Don't wait for your man to remind you. A real man is never reminded. He knows that he's responsible. He must take good care of the garden. I must make sure I have the meat. Everyone. Ladies are sleeping. Everything is intact. Nyumbanga yao pekzafuza okay. Nanga uchitechi mira kwenzeko. No wonder when the woman sinned, God asked, where were you? When the serpent was talking to your wife, where were you? Was it good? Where were you? When your girlfriend was become pregnant, where were you? Where were you? You must be responsible, and responsibility starts now. Most of them Apa responsibility apa. But now push our school. Can you please do something? It's our concern because if you're not doing something as a man, you are not a real man. Probably you are just in the process of being made as a real man. Or you are a boy, or you are a man with the mentality of a boy. I always challenge young people. You are 15, you are 17, 18, 19, especially 20 and above. And then Mamuna see each. Change what doing the food enough. You can have a penis, but you don't a room. Chinkara Motabe. Sipanga Mamuna each. Sipanga Mamuna. Even goes and Panga Mamuna. You must be responsible. What are you doing? Since you are done with school, huh? Apo mbeke za utiunza kutaneko. Wewe mbeke za 1 year. So ngale broke man for a year. You are not very responsible. You can't think about a business. You don't know how to hustle. You are waiting for a man to give you your talk time. You're waiting for your father to pay. I end the man of Chogoche, right? A real man will look at the results. As a bit, Paza is still a paper. Oh, Mamma, not Paza 20 quats. And still been a 50 quats. Before status so. I want them, we are talking, and I might get my mom. Uyu Sambana system kitchen, man. One bar to super to mono. Now one pass akakwanja, wasn't passing at this drumstick. Umagura konguku. The price yangu usuzima. Papa nyumba kwa chokepo na pambe pama mimba. Kwanza itako vile voice. Na kafana ngakaso na majiki sunga guli lesho. You are not a man, a real man. These things, these are attributes that will make you a man. When you begin to change yourself now, by the time you have your extended family, you will never struggle to sponsor your children. You will never struggle to sponsor the relatives on your wife's side. Family yako sweetie. Because Ufana, those are 15, they thought they were smart. But responsibility was waiting for them 30 and above. Find something, the man. Find something on this one. Find something. If you're not doing something, please, if you can't do something great or something big, sit down. Think of something that you can be doing that is small in a big way. What we are avoiding is that you shouldn't be doing nothing. Now we gotta feel doing nothing. We want you to be doing something as a man. Find something. Find something. While your father is still alive, some of you good fathers, if you're married for, take advantage of that. Ask him, Dad, how do you manage here? Dad, this side. You can be going with him. You're becoming a responsible man. It will make sense one day. Remember, not all days are Sundays. Today is Saturday. Well, I'm trying to say that not all days you'll be making money. Not all days your mother and father will always be there. They'll die one day. They'll lose that employment one day. So open your eyes now. Become responsible. Body pointing. Out of. Mamuna, okay. As I go Bruno, John. I answer. No, but John, what castle? Because if you're saying you want to do this, that one, then you're responsible to take good care of her. And it starts now. Take good care of her. If you are responsible, you will never take her to bed. A real man is responsible. Bewoti mweneli umfunga kao. Mshindi umamuna bazona. Zip kumam. Nishomuna bazona. Na bata ni amenya. Ukaona sketi suchos. Mshindi umamu. Kwa mnyama tamnipa. Sasa ora kumfuata ndisi. Yule mama demons and control. Ha? Michano uyu muntu uyu. Agona na wakazi watatu every day. Every day, this guy needs to have sex with him. What's he now, guys? Every day. And he's saying he's addicted, mad demons. You are never responsible. We'll be at Chifundo, we know what penis fundo show. Langana mbele one day. Wamotoka vikusu. Nyamata unjito. Private part, tutoka mafina. Is the last time. Uyu mkazi umgwa naye wale rati amenango sima gwa nao that guy tuna ngumacha with do method. Huh? You poo fast of water is what come fast. One do ka find. Atuna ngoza na bwera nasonjira mo chapi la para choka. This one. Me have vowed I will never make my body cheap. This body is for my wife. For my wife. And sex will take away respect from you. It will give you shame. So you are exchanging. Give me respect, I give you shame. But I'm be some person. Be responsible. Be responsible. Be responsible. Respect. A real man has got respect for women. You can't be saying you are a man or a real man, yet you beat up that woman. But I'm a man of a cast for women. Very pena, they don't think. Bakembo. God gave you the muscles, the six-pack you have, not to beat your woman, but to protect your woman, to guide your woman. Don't take advantage of her. Don't beat her. Respect your woman. And respect us now. Paona gani mfana paja. Ukapongana mkazi, wangoja pe na capacity yopasa kule mkazi. Ipati ile. Mkazi wakumana utu mpima phone si. Ule kuti. Na chipupa chima dandawa chipupa. Kama kumana ukapanda mtengo chicha. Ukaroti kama siyenze sakali. Wewe kamaenda. And you think nobody see chame chipupa chichura chipupa chicha. Imagine me bega bwera huyu. A real man will never afford to buy diapers. You imagine the potential imagine money will put. You doing the fuck up. I'm telling you, a real man got a fuck up mazi watinga fuck up mwenza konto. Manje wambuli. Kudemi za kuli kwako. Then I'm a diapers of what might am buguli. You was when Maround do not tire, just when the so I'm around those again. A real man has got enough capacity. The capacity I'm talking about is to cultivate. The capacity I'm talking about is to cultivate that woman. I'm talking about this thing. Some of you might be single, you might be married, But these things I'm teaching you right now, they will help you 5 years from now, 2 years from now, 10 years from now, 7 years from now. You must build your capacity, and that's to cultivate your woman, to make your woman. Begin to strategize now as a man. Mkazi wangu ngampange branch. Ningamshite wana kungana pesa mkazi wangu sana punzie. Ningashite bwana. If you want to marry a woman who is educated and you find yourself dating a woman who is not educated, you can cultivate in her. You can invest in her. You can take her to school. You can be planning, making plans ahead of her. Yes. Have enough capacity for your wife to find rest in you. Wakazi watching and marriages because they don't have enough capacity to keep them. Alanga na neighbors angira bazania ujamga maite sesapatu mazingati kuri yo su kwa nikangiwe chofu na chabe ni hayo wewe yanzu yangu ma 8 rounds bana acha msebe kesa kapunda I'm telling you, begin to build your capacity now. Read love stories, per love, per marriage, so that when you're with your woman, you are investing in her, you are cultivating your woman. Ngawa pesa mkazo ina zafuna yonda. Ungamyondese. Take her kuma gym. Road driving. So study all aspects. You are a real man. You must be complete. All aspects. Visiri kovina ango. Oza kama was for such medicine weka. Azafuna business onga ngomposa pa business. Azamuna kuli bandani bachikwesa. Ema bachikwesa go na ya tumzanga ancha disappoint. Some check disappoint out and December because was very enough capacity. So it's helping. Volunteering guy. Now don't bandora mutawe. Okay, please build your capacity. Build your capacity. Build your capacity. Do you know in marriage there are about more than 100 positions? 6 positions.
It's okay for you.
You are behind, sir. Yeah. Do the common ones, 5 ones. You will not enjoy. So she will leave you. So begin to research about these things. That's cultivating. You are building your capacity. You want to make sure that you teach your woman fully. Real men don't masturbate. They don't masturbate. They don't want. They have capacity for their woman.
So, if you're not married, you can be a real man.
Pardon?
Even though you're not married, you can be a real man.
Yeah, you can. Okay, please. Any question from this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because we don't have enough time. Fighting spirit. Okay.
Speaking of cultivation, when you cultivate there, we won't be no matter.
Okay.
Like we invest in school, like so, and be number to cultivate.
Okay. So on this one, was this point that you are seeing in CPL method? It's a book. CPL method. It's a book that I'll be able to launch it when I marry. These are sensitive points. So on this one, maning per marriage. You invest in a woman that you know you are bound to. But I'm not saying you can't invest in your fiancé. Okay? You can reach to a point of cultivating in that person if you are certain you know that we have tender pamos. Maybe na ring unafaka. Namba unapeleka. I'm not talking about the issue of girlfriend or boyfriend. You understand? Because we are men here. They are not boys. Yeah, so yes. We're talking about issue of marriage or fiancé that you know both parents are aware that okay, that one you can cultivate. But with at least limit.
There is an incident. My uncle,
Okay.
He got a girl pregnant. So then after the child was born, he trained her to school. She did an AC. Then after she completed her school, she disappointed him. But he paid everything.
Okay.
Family was here.
Okay.
Then at last, she disappointed him. So how can you avoid that?
Okay. Thank you, sir.
So just a minute.
So like questions, can you take questions after you are finished?
Okay, no problem.
Because of time.
Okay, good. All right, I'll get back, sir. If I get back. So capacity. Okay, I'll get back. I think this point is making sense. Fighting spirit. Every man has got a fighting spirit. When you make a mistake, do you remain in the mistake or do you come out of it? Do you look for means and ways to improve yourself? You must have a fighting spirit. You're coming from a family where you're not doing well financially, but should you remain dumb or maybe somebody who's not educated? Because you don't have a mother or a father, you must have a fighting spirit as a man. Fight, fight, fight. You encounter disappointments, but if you're a real man, you always fight and make progress. I've noticed most boys, when they're disappointed, they remain in the problem. They remain in that pain or a painful situation. They remain in the situation. They don't come out of the situation. Mimi mama spana you saw the mama that spire hapana mkazi. Ni mentality ya boys. Every man must pick up, move on. Yeah, this side you're being fought, but the other side you must make progress. Okay, this side you failed in this area, but can you make progress in business? What side match up more? That's because emotionally you have been broken, you have been disappointed. So much you sunga venenge mapuksi, sunga enda kuchechi, sunga geze pa life. You're the mentality of my boys. The mentality of men, when they are injured emotionally, they will still make progress intellectually, they will make progress socially, they will make progress in these other aspects of their lives. Because they know time is money, time is life. Fighting spirit. You must be certain. Every man is certain. When Adam was busy giving names to animals and trees, Bible says, and God gave him an app, a bagon. Remember, bagon is a pasa mazina. Abada auka alangana mkazi. He said, this at last shall be called a woman. Adam was certain that this is my wife. You can't be telling me at the age of 20 when I ask you, what kind of a woman would you want to marry? And why is she? At the age of 18, me, I knew the person was going to marry at the age of 12. Very good. I'm telling you, these things I'm telling you guys, they are real. You must be certain. Mamuna nsari certain. Mzakonati, aendako na huyu. Kwa age yake shu. Na mapoint sabu na wenayo. Wambulenza wako kwa kazi. No. You must be certain. If because a point, it will be very easy for you to use this point. Because you know, I'm telling you, yes, there are others who have been disappointed, but there are some other people who are certain that this is my wife to be. The cultivation they were using, it was never wasted. It was never wasted. You must be certain. Be certain. Be certain. Do not be very fast to put in love. Put in wisdom. The woman, you might find yourself falling in love with the wrong person. But at least if you put in wisdom, wisdom is the ability to apply. To apply. At least you can come out of it. But if you put in your heart, your love, you might die with her. You end up crying. I had to put in 50,000 in her. But I'm not disappointed. Because you are too quick to fall in love, man. You're supposed to put in wisdom. People management is about the art and the heart. The heart speaks of love. The art speaks of wisdom. So real men, they apply these two things. But when they meet a woman, they don't rush by putting the heart. They put in the art, which is wisdom. Sometimes you can be studying, Ubaya kwa ulanga na kamini kazi. Wanikamini. Osaka shita propose. Mimi sikaziona tena. You are certain because sometimes because kana 18 tumaleta choka. Muzanga ma 20s wakatakata but yagwa. What would you do as a man? You discover okay guys maveli yagwa the from maveli mimi. Mbona mauza mani usakira si. You understand? So this point, so at this point tuku na kama vimashtika it's not to be disappointed. Whenever you una kanako na una kanako, it's normal. it's normal. But if you keep on repeating the mistakes over and over, they should do no problem. Transition. Please, Sir Miracle, you can remind me in case on a time and say, so we can have time and no questions. Okay. Transition. He understands transitions. A real man who understands transitions. Mimi ninataka pa point hii. Iyo kapesa mzimayo cha mkazi ufuna kwa timu. I'm talking about, for example, you are now married. You as a man, okay, it is your responsibility to sit down with your wife. And now you are discussing. Sweetie, for example, if I was going to be the first one to die, please do this and that in the lives of our children. Do this. Fulfill the vision this way. Guess now, or guess now, land you are making sure before I leave, my wife was to fulfill the vision in case I'm the first one to die. You make up a plan for your unborn children. Our person got mkana vana. They time we now kuzani. Especially when I'm tunga my parents kunyum. They time yambo panga my plans. Banukuzani. Because I'm was pressure because I'm posing by the play the Africa 1,500 or 2,000. I pay pana. Begin to write. Look for a book. Begin to write. That's no balancing of transitions. Okay, this is the plan I have for my children. This is the plan I have for my firstborn child, the lastborn. This is the plan I have for my wife. This, me and my wife. Then now you present it to your wife. You say, my wife, when I die, so far we have achieved 50% of what I've written. The other 50%, you achieve it this way and this way. Life becomes softer for you when you attach here and there, because I won't be there. And for you know you're not living for your own good. You want also someone to benefit. Do not die on this point. Do not die as though you never lived. Die to prove to us that you once lived on the earth. You should die, but your name must remain. You should die, at least you've got some assets on the land, on the earth, and your children are controlling them very well. The question is what your parents was able to have. I know when I'm going when I'm taught, but most of the times we always question parents. Transition. Wisdom. A real man has got wisdom. And this one, we call it supernatural wisdom. Not necessarily the wisdom that you acquire from school or whatever life issue. Every human being in the creation of man, God deposited an amount of wisdom. We call it the supernatural wisdom of God. You must be wise to manage life. You must be wise. Kwa njia na sokoro wa kazi, sasa mpati wakula mna write down. Is that buta? Discipline. Under these principles.
2 minutes.
Okay, good, thank you. Under discipline, we're talking about principles. Adam, I've given you everything in the garden. Everything. But except that tree. Don't touch it. This you can touch. That you can touch. Osagwira chicha. Those are principles. Adam, you must be disciplined in the garden. Even if I've made life softer for you. But be disciplined. I am a lips when I'm Musa Panga very cheap. Musa Panga life here very cheap. Let me tell you something. If you choose to be hard on yourself, life will become softer for you. You must learn to be hard on yourself. I made a vow at the age of, I was in grade 9. That should be 9. Should be 18. 16 so. 16, 15. The age of 15 I made a vow. I will never have sex until I marry. I will only have sex with my wife. Today I'm 27. I don't know a woman. Kept myself well. I deserve some respect. I've been to NIPA, I've been to different universities. Go there now with Open Gates University. Now I'm my skate. Is a team of ministers wakaza matozi vulia weka. Mukaza kuchafinga swaka mapi. Mfache mwite vile mukaza kwa counseling. Afacho mkono. It takes a real man to maintain their zip up and the belt tied up. Say please woman, I respect you. Go. Joseph had to run. You ngate bwantani ndiyo is up and balale nikuza. Okay, so I'll end from here. I give you a lot of points. Lot of them. Yeah. Any question? So you must be disciplined, please. And discipline is not a spiritual gift. You impose it on yourself. You must be disciplined. If I find you are eating vitumbua on road, you are not a man. A boy. Namango yose. Because you are responsible. You understand? Especially leaders. But routine. Mako responsible. Come on, responsible and go kunyumba, you just eat. When I'm going to grab my chips, but jam road no skin so good japa get but after much one comes nyongana munyumba na kustefi. Amapika imbo. Shansi da paula jam. Baso. Vitumbua pala vitumbua sasa yako mtumba. You a man mutumba.
Nalik.
Mamuna ya 17 years box wana acha ni moza. Telling you. So I miss out. At least next time when I ask you, imagine, I'll appreciate one-on-one talk which numbers wako chimo noli. Mamuna kufika kufunga na 10 boxes and above. So na only 10 below the kufika. Telling you. Mamuna trouser boka, yone tena ukala inopoka basuna. Mastokens vinaboka boka. Ukasusa zapa tu vimunka. Usiku shutacheka mozi. Na washo nifungo zura suzi ya namuzi. Asindo mama. Ngawasunga sisu, mufunga tisi, mama tukunga tukutusunga, kasuka. Watu pila ni brown, mune wata, so we over na visitors. Visitor we tenga na brown. And I've noticed I'm not when I do it. I'm telling you this. I've been nipa before. Nima atache mwa chapa tavava sababu. Tiambo nga ache mu bedrooms matu mzakano. Sakia na sapato waona nikasia na sapato. Bila kina ndio ukumbukizi. Wambua mota kama ya wambua. Wewe with power ndio machea pano.
Wenga ulimwasu.
Hasa ni depends na situation kuna kupesa. Yeke. Ngoja tu wambua uende mrudi, waenda mwe. Just pana sense ndio mwana kama.
Sir, what you said about making a vow, like
yes,
not having sexual relationships, but it's okay as in like now, like as for me, making a vow like not dating until like how can I say it? For example, if you're done with school, like you have completed.
okay. A vow is a promise, and if you are certain, you can go for it.
But some already do that, so I'm just trying to make it like when I'm done with school. Maybe if I do something, maybe I can just go in.
Okay, it's okay. As long you know you stick to the promise. Especially when you involve God. If it's a covenant, you must stick to it. You must always make sure you defend it. At some point, I end up regretting to say something na pange vow. You know what in the moment I chamba ngwira che ngache chef no way. Then wakaza basi itacheweka. Ngani munipa chips wakaza munipa ngapezegero one day nakumgona. Wana mama ninge jama 5 years ungalas senga pona mimi. Wana mama manengi manvesi zasonka na mimba ni kumcheko wana saida kumbu. Bakuza speza mandu speza watokama. Speza watokama and two talimba tata. So if you know you are a man enough. But that one chimatenga wantu antika but men enough. If you know you will stick to that. It's okay. And normally ijema kuga mani watatu busy like some of us, and if you are busy you are seeing yourself so you can go for it. Then if you women are your weakness, avoid. Let's go one in my place. So I'm going to avoid that to room but brother kunyumba tikambe pali program ya Saturday. Murumu kana weka kwa room kule. You understand? Masai is sensitive.
You said about vision. So how can you acquire vision from the one who created you?
Okay, good. Very important. It's important to sit down at some point and then ask yourself, why am I living? Before I die, where is my heart? Very easy. But I'm saying, if I explain on the Pentecostal level, Father, men of God, you don't understand. Okay? To men of God, like this men of God might understand. But like for us that are here, I'll say, where is your heart exactly? What would you want to do? That's where your vision is. That's your vision. Something you'd want to achieve before you die. Vision is just something that makes you not to go to bed and sleep like anybody else. You want to achieve it. And this vision is not for you. Okay? Passion is for you. But a vision, okay, is from God. It's for others to benefit. So God gives you vision. That dream can be your own thing. You want to become this. But a vision is not for you. It's for people. It comes from God. You don't know about talking from Grasso. Yes, for own good. But vision in a connecting sense to their destination. Or transforming lives through paper and pen. It's a vision. It's not for me. I received it from God. Because you write. So write something that will benefit others. So it's something that can benefit others. What can you do? Is it in the area of school, or in the area of charity, or in the area of ministry, or in different areas? You know where your heart is. So if you want him to guide you, you can even pray. God, show me my area.
So is it wrong if you want to fulfill your vision?
It's wrong, yes. That's dying premature. A lot of people have died premature. I've always been giving examples of people who have died premature. One of them was a PJ. Me, I mentioned because I know these things very well. The man is even screaming for his death before he died. You understand? The one who was driving Jim Lamborghini, Malawi, that guy died. Okay. He was able to tell the people to say, okay, Kofi Nyanga and Yei. Then he came from some research into it. With passing on to poverty. He died, na Kofi Namfaka mmoja. Mtu kazina sarawachi bulu wa mboyenza ya mbotoka tusi. Nyumba yenzi ni mambo ite wa movies ya mbukuga manya. You see? You can tell. So those people died premature. You can sell your tomorrow. So that when you sleep today, you will never see your tomorrow because you saw it already. So that's dying premature. No wonder if you don't live in line with your vision, you can't living a life. You must live in your then purpose, which is a vision. Know why you are living. Don't be selfish. God is lifting you, and will lift others then. The 6 points you got, the 7 points you got, He gave you, not that you benefit yourself. He gave you somebody out there who is saying in school you don't live tiny. I don't think I'm worthy to be in school. He gave that to me, give them confidence. So when you die, they'll be able to testify to say, Bajaba brother Dan invested in you. So when you die without fulfilling it, it's premature. That's failure.
Yeah, again, sorry, about respect.
Okay.
Maybe what if maybe you have a good rank. Okay, you are working as a clerk in an office. Then you find that maybe you always have quarrels with your wife.
Okay.
Every day, and then at some time maybe you can even tell her, don't go for church, I'm sick, but you go for a road run. What does it mean that? What does it mean?
I know, like for example, some of us went to ministry and I've got sons who went to politics. Mamu never funa rest. I think that day from a magic conversation out here, they come to my women. So they understand how to treat their men or their husband. You will find yourself in that situation. Know that just because you find a woman then she's perfect. Those dramatic moments will always be there. But you must be wise enough. Wonder you have wisdom to manage her. If truly she's yours, you manage to rule her. Have you ever been in a situation where you're dating somebody? After Vasila, ever dating around maybe she was never meant for you. She's always hard to control. So in that situation, you see a man and like road and also what have you, he's trying to avoid issues. Probably he might beat the woman or he might do something that he will end up regretting. So he wants to relieve at least just to freshen up himself. But end of the day, that's not the best solution ever. The most important thing is to sit your woman down. Sweetie, let's sit down. I think no vianya. You reduce yourself a little bit yourself. I think no vianya. Na yeye ngatali enough na capacity wako. You end up admitting. Mangachime kuchipinda. Unda kusogoka mwenda kwa sababu kufaka wakula kwa sababu kazi katika udinga suma kama marriage matters. sikukubopunda punda mkazi wanga ine amatunda pa bed mkazi wanga ine amafuna chokubaka just ngoti kokosa ngafuna pivot. Those things are they're under sex, you understand? We teach you one that you can understand all those things, even the 100 positions of sex, that you can also be an expert. It's normal, it's not a sin, okay? So near part, please, otherwise sit your woman down. She's yours. Don't call another one to come and sit down. Unless you are pastor at your buta, you can now inform the pastor.
So you're going to get 2. And you didn't. Yeah, you didn't answer his questions.
Okay.
So sir, you're going to get 3 of them.
Okay, please, thank you. So,
My question was, I had an uncle who is dead.
okay.
He impregnated a girl. So then he accepted and paid all the necessary things.
Okay.
But the family said that first the girl should go to school. So she went to the university, did nursing until she completed. But after she completed that, she even started working. After that, she disappointed the man. So how can you avoid that situation?
Okay, good. Very good question. Your name again? Christopher. You're wise. Psalms chapter 11. Should be verse number 3. If the foundation has been destroyed, what then can the righteous do? That one, that scenario, say number 1, the foundation of their compatibility was not effective. It matters how you start dating with somebody. Because if you start on a weak foundation, no matter what, you can date for 5 years. I once dated for 4 years. 4 years. 4. Then we broke up. 4. And it took me 4 years to move on. The foundation is key. So, uncle there was wrong. But I'm damaged. That was the wrong foundation. Similarly, now I'm going damage. When we lose a tira, we have a damage and a mimba. Yamakumu no such a risk. Gatani, Vengo, Vitelego, Shemushi, Pobal, and Varo, Villavons. They have much advice on Quatiran. Okay, you managed to repeat my chim what has come. So, again, we investigate with the but they were also doing some other things, wrong things, that also contributed that they should never be together. So the foundation was wrong. The number 2, Jamkazi, sends a fake, it isn't genuine. Maybe his uncle was maybe your uncle had money, so she was attached to this man because of his money. So at the end of the day, the character manifested in future. Money will expose your true character. When you are broke, you are poor, we'll never know you fully. But the day will now promote you there, man will come and expose. It will not change you, it will just come to expose the real you. So that woman was exposed to that level. And then the husband, your uncle discovered she wasn't the right one. So for you, what can you do? I always advise. Fast. Every day. Be certain the person want to marry. Also, not get was kind of very abundant, so when I might be a bunch. Mama change structure machines. Tekanya pamono pamono. Do not be in a hurry. You end up making mistakes. Praying as well. I don't know what I can tell you. Okay.
Can a gay person be a woman?
Can what? Can a gay person? No. I want to talk about the types of men, okay? Types of men. Especially those are through the Manda boys. Mamuna so much to be a woman of cars. But
she has all the attributes that you've contributed, whereby.
No. Already, check. We are an identity yake. He's saying, I'm not a man. I may have some attributes, but I'm not a man. A man, you must behave as a man, not as a woman. And there's such kind of men. All that we're talking to men. Because we're so more that we also end up with a item, batchcast. I'm a child, I'm a powder, my lipstick, I'm a tire, I'm a spender painter, you understand? Ija. My mkazi nduti mnyumba. Last person. Okay.
So the last objective.
Okay. This one.
Who is the woman?
Okay, now because this one, it will take us minutes. So I respect time. Okay, I respect time. There is the Bible book with B. So I was even cruising just for 20 minutes. And I'm a point as an async. So for the sake of time and the present is here. So this one will talk about. I know it's not the last conference. Okay.
So, sir, you said you talked about respect.
Respect, yes.
Respect in your body. So you said you made what did you
Wow.
A vow to say you will never sleep with a lady who's not your wife. So, my question is, if you are certain about a certain lady to say this is the one I want to hear, then when you get married,